Welcome to Red Light Green Light Gaming. We hope you're having an amazing day. Dauntless is a free-to-play game developed by Phoenix Labs, recently released into open beta on May 24th of 2018. Some might mistake it for a very skin-deep game, assuming there isn't much to it being that it's a free-to-play title. However, it's quite the opposite. The game has you start with instantly fighting a boss, which they introduce as Behemoths, showing you the ropes extremely quick. It continues handing you quests to kill multiple behemoths, and they rank up in difficulty with almost every fight. The game rewards you afterwards with armor and weapon blueprints that are made up of the body parts of the behemoths that you break off during battle. By equipping numerous sets of armor, your character can become extremely powerful and resistant to certain bosses, or very weak depending on which set you choose to wear against its elements. For example, using ice-resistant gear against a fire-based behemoth would cause your character to receive harsh damage during the fight, along with choosing the correct weapon that does more damage against it. So in other words, if crafting is enjoyable for you, then there is definitely fun to be had. There is resource collecting, which involves gathering ore and plants scattered around the map. You can use healing objects while battling a boss if the potions in the well are not an option. Although it does take a very long time of running around gathering to have these handy items crafted and to keep a decent supply. Let's talk about buffs and tweaks you can apply to your character besides armor and weapons. Lanterns is one. This mechanic is shown to you very early on, giving you blueprints to create different lanterns after each boss. They can range from speed buffs to bombs that cause massive damage. Though compared to the numerous armor and weapons, there is only about 5 or 6 lanterns to make. We're not sure if this is temporary, but the lack of them does seem a bit strange. The last tweak you can do to your Dauntless character is cores. You obtain cores with every level up, the current cap being level 20. Cores are vital to certain builds, and there is a core for every separate play style. They fit into slots on your weapon and armor sets, and can make your character incredibly resistant to one element, being a medic, or can help massively with certain damage types you want to apply, like adding stagger damage cores to a hammer to cause frequent knockouts, or wound damage to kill the behemoth quicker. You might find it tough to obtain the cores for your special build you're going for, as this area seems to be mostly luck-based. Thankfully, even after maxing out in level, you can reach an overleveling system called Legend, that still rewards you with cores, though it's much slower. Which, speaking of max level, how enjoyable is the in-game progression? They introduce a mode into the last 2 behemoths in the game named Heroic. These bosses have additional health and can easily wipe players out in just a few hits. These 2 ending bosses also drop the in-game tier armor and weapons, although at this stage of the game, things slightly change. Whereas before the game handed you the blueprints after killing the behemoth once, these in-game blueprints drops are extremely rare, with some players having to kill these behemoths up to 30 times or more just to get the 1 out of 2 exotic drops per boss. The game only increases in difficulty when you unlock the exotic armor and weapons. The blueprints to actually create them take parts from all the different behemoths in the game, instead of farming one boss. And with Heroic mode unlocked, you now take on all the past bosses in that difficulty. So overall, Dauntless has a lot to offer, especially being free to play. Its gameplay has a very long life, and we imagine it's only going to improve. The in-game can be a bit grindy to some, but for most it seems to be a fun, challenging experience. There are a few small problems or glitches that show up late game and more so in Heroic mode, but nothing game-breaking. The community is also helpful and clean most of the time, though all games have their moments of toxic players. Yet running into these types of people in Dauntless is on the rare side. We do strongly recommend this game. The fact that it's a free-to-play title shouldn't scare you away. We've had a blast playing it solo and with friends. There is a real cash shop in Dauntless, however it is very subtle and not shoved in your face. Their promise of a game with no pay to win has stuck very well. And if you decide to try it out, good luck and have fun slaying those behemoths. Are any of you currently playing Dauntless? What do you think of it so far? Let us know in the comments below. This is our 3rd video on this channel. We are working on several game discussion videos. If you would like to join us for more, maybe subscribe. We look forward to talking with you all in the comments. Thank you for watching and have an amazing day.